patient. Now I'm running up these bands, can hit the island for vacation. I've been know my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit just to stunt while I'm in Vegas.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Denver Broncos. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A first carry now for Nick Chubb, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Leopard!
Mayfield on 1st down. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. A short gain was all he needed. He gets across the chalk for 6. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you hit them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Flex round! Flex round!
They run it with Ballage. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Now back to throw. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Melvin Ingram in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. They nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
They'll set up to throw. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, watch it now, Barney! Barney!
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, It tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line. And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early. Mayfield now on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Henderson complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And his pass incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. sacked right around the 17. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They go play action. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there, and he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick. Right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ohio! Ohio!
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw here on 2nd and 10. And complete to Zach Ertz. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play now. He's got him in, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 36 yards. They'll try to run with a J. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That defensive front four has been very good. They have just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like Ford.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Going for the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
On the toss, here's Balaj. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And it's a big turnover there on the final play. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Von Miller in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Balaj. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Dancing to his left. And some room to roam now. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield.
This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles add on to their lead. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Instead of the first, they'll have to go backwards for another 2nd down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays 2nd down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a 1st down before they have to start their downs over again.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Timmy Jernigan. He's the one to get it this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. Forced out to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brandon Graham in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Ohio! Flex round!
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's a run with Balaj. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to...
And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
now.